real history. And they meet again, and the gloves are off.
It's Junior.
10 count. Have me out, no way.
Of course I can.
I'm always feeling amazing, man. This is the part I love the most, these fight weeks, and getting to actually go in there under the lights and perform. I think it's going to be a great fight night, great stacked card, so the fans are going to win from this.
Sticking boxing, they spoke about this fight before, and I said, nah, it's a gimmick fight. It's not something that I think is
talk
right.
Has been part of the conversation, and we've always wanted to fight each other. There's been some shit talk back and forth for a couple of years, and my goal is to become world champion, and the WBA and WBC plan on ranking me depending on my performance, and once I'm ranked, then I can go for the title shot. And he's a formidable opponent, former world champion, so it's a great test. 10 rounds to get ready for what ultimately will be.
And stand up, better at kicking. So when he fights, he's fighting people that have aspects that are good in every category.
Fight him. I've always wanted to fight legendary names in the sport. His dad is one of the best to ever do it. I like building my resume, having the best looking box rec of all time. Mike Tyson, Tyron Woodley, Anderson Silva, the list goes on. And so just adding a Chavez name to my box rec is just really exciting.
His father was very dismissive of your abilities. Did you feel that way? And do you think they are maybe looking past what you can do in the ring?
Definitely underestimating me. This is going to be the toughest fight of his career, the most embarrassing fight of his career. He's going to be exposed. He's going to realize he's easy work. And I don't even think him and his team know what's going on. You know, his head coach over here is like, oh yeah, we watched Jake. He has 7 pro fights. And I think these guys don't know what they're getting themselves involved in. And I see the sparring partners they're bringing in, and it's just no one that can match what I'm capable of in the ring. And it's going to be a very upset.
At the Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul face-off, Joshua sends a powerful message. He says, I have to win. Comparing boxing to snakes and ladders, win and you climb, lose and you slide. Every word shows how serious, focused, and locked in he is for this fight.
I have to win. And when I win, I'll move on to fight for the championship. That's boxing, snakes and ladders. You win, you go up, you lose, you slide down. So I have to win in order to continue on where I...
Jake Paul returns the respect. He calls Anthony Joshua a great fighter, saying that when Anthony Joshua is locked in, he becomes extremely dangerous. Jake admits Joshua has been doing this his entire life, making Anthony Joshua the most experienced fighter Jake has ever faced.
He's a great fighter, you know, when he locks in, when he's prepared, he's been doing this his whole entire life. He has a ton of experience, my most experienced fighter to date.
Anthony Joshua explains that his fight strategy goes far beyond power. He talks about using his mind, breaking down each moment and doing what needs to be done. Joshua's mindset is calm, controlled, and confident, showing that he relies on timing, intelligence, and precision just as much as strength.
That I carry, it's the brain. I'll process what I need to process, I'll do what I need to do, and I just do my best in it. We'll see what happens.
Eddie Hearn highlights why Anthony Joshua is on another level. He says no one in boxing competes with Anthony Joshua, a combination of elite ability and massive drawing power. Hearn reminds the world that Joshua won Olympic gold in London, the start of an extraordinary career. Joshua isn't just a fighter. He's a global boxing icon.
I don't see anybody ever competing on the level of AJ, not in terms of ability, but just draw. We've never seen it before. But don't forget, AJ won the Olympic gold in London. It's a hell of a start.
Adio paints a vivid picture of Joshua's power and presence. He calls AJ a 260 lb behemoth with detonators in both hands. He recalls being ringside for 15 of Joshua's fights, witnessing firsthand how dangerous AJ's right hand is. Even someone like Francis Ngannou, who had never been knocked down, couldn't survive Joshua's power. Compared to Canelo, Adio says Joshua's power is on an entirely different level.
This is a live 260-pound behemoth who has detonators in both hands, who can seriously hurt you. I've been ringside 15 of AJ's fights. When he lands that right hand, it's a problem. It's a big problem.
Just ask Francis Ngannou. That was a scary knockout. You were right there. I was right there. He didn't get up. And this is a guy who had never been knocked down before.
Gonna fight Canelo. Even that, there's Canelo, who's, and there's AJ in terms of power. Like the jump from Canelo to AJ is astronomical. So look, I don't think it's a good idea. But, pounds and pence and dollars.
Simon Jordan explains why a Jake Paul fight makes sense for Joshua. AJ isn't just a boxer. He's an entertainer who has already won the heavyweight title twice and fought in historic bouts. Jordan says this fight represents the business side of boxing, where big names create crossover entertainment. Joshua's willingness to take this matchup shows his versatility and confidence in any setting.
December 2025, Anthony Joshua will fight a YouTuber.
This is the entertainment business. And Anthony Joshua is an entertainer. And you can't undo the fact that he won the World Heavyweight Championship twice. And he fought in some great fights.
So why does he need this?
Because he's in the business of entertainment. And
Derek Chisora also weighs in, calling the fight great entertainment. He predicts it might end in one explosive round. Chisora believes Jake Paul will enter overconfident, but Joshua is ready to unleash his full skill set. He makes it clear AJ can handle this fight easily and put Jake Paul away quickly. Jake Paul speaks openly about the risk and says he loves the challenge. He knows people want to see him lose, but he isn't backing down. Jake calls the matchup insane, yet he embraces it. He even reveals that he and AJ have been exchanging DMs, confirming that Joshua is serious about making this fight happen. This shows Jake's confidence, but also highlights how massive the challenge truly is.
So we need to build entertainment, and right now, this is a great fight for entertainment for us right now.
A one-round entertainment. Surely that doesn't go past one round.
You never know, you never know. But you know what? As I said yesterday, Jake Paul will be so confident to get into this fight because after you watch Daniel Dubois fight, you think he can do exactly what Daniel did.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm up for this fight to happen, and I want to see AJ just put him.
And so I like the challenge. People, that's the criticism. Fight someone in their prime who's a beast. I think people just want to see me lose. That's really what the message is behind it all. And Anthony Joshua is an insane fight, but I want that challenge. We've been DMing back and forth.
Tony Bellew warns Jake Paul in the strongest possible terms. He calls the fight a gross mismatch and says Jake's health is at serious risk. Bellew describes the idea as ludicrous and insane because stepping in with Anthony Joshua is extremely dangerous. He believes Jake is choosing money over safety, facing a man with world-class power experience and timing. Johnny Nelson explains why fighters choose Jake Paul. The financial reward is huge, but
it's just a gross mismatch.
Yeah.
Like, you don't understand his health is in jeopardy. So I'm not even entertaining it. I just think it's dangerous. And listen, I might have to work it, but it's just...
It's kind of ludicrous, isn't it, really?
It's insane. This boy is nuts. He's nuts, and I think he's putting his life before he's putting his life before money.
He admits that in pure boxing terms, the matchup is nowhere near equal. Nelson praises Jake Paul's career growth, calling it amazing. But the danger of facing a true heavyweight like AJ is undeniable. This fight is about legacy, power, and proving who truly belongs at the top. So now the question is, are you backing Anthony Joshua to dominate? Or do you think Jake Paul can shock the world?
I would stage at this stage of his career, I take Jake Paul. I take Jake Paul because there's more money there. If it was real, I don't think it's real. I think it's bullshit. I think Jake Paul I think it's bullshit. I think it's Jake Paul has done an amazing...
Of his career, if he wants to get 100 million and not even break sweat, you take the fight. Is it going to enhance his stock as the world's #1 contender? Not at all, because nobody's going to take Jake Paul seriously. But on the other hand, I don't even want to play devil's advocate. What if Joshua seriously hurts this guy, and puts this guy in hot?
Whatever happened to be exciting?
Does he have the power to knock out Joshua?
No, he hasn't got the power to knock out Joshua.
How does that fight end?
Jake Paul going to an ambulance, bro.
What can we...
Drop your thoughts below. That's the story for now, and trust me, it's only getting crazier from here. Jake Paul stepping into the lion's den. Anthony Joshua ready to detonate those power shots. This fight might just break the internet. If you enjoyed the breakdown, smash like, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the next updates are going to be wild. See you in the next video.